Hi guys, Terry Felt here, Big Sticks Golf in Burlington, Massachusetts. Again, we have finally gotten some warm weather up here today. It's supposed to be 80 degrees for the first time. And I know a lot of you guys have been in here hitting balls all winter long, and now you're getting out to play. What you haven't done, even though I stress it a lot, is work on your short game. So now you're getting outside and you're going to be chipping and pitching for the first time. Today I just want to go over chipping a little bit. Remember, in golf there's typically 5 shots. There's a putt, which I would prefer to call a roll, but then there's a chip, a pitch, a full swing, and a bunker shot. Right? In here we add a 6 shot. Kids kind of named it. It's in between a chip and a pitch. We call it a pip. And we're going to kind of go over chipping and pipping. It's basically the same thing. Remember, when you're chipping, you're close to the green. And there's 2 distances. The first one is from the ball to the landing area. So we want to make sure that we figure out where we want the ball to land on the green and then let it roll to the hole. So from your landing area, you really want to read the green like you were making a putt. And then you try to land the ball on your landing area. So when we chip, feet are close together, front foot for a right-handed golfer, the left foot is back a little bit and the hips are slightly open. All right? The ball is going to be middle back in my stance. However, if you're practicing chipping and you're constantly hitting the ground back here, then you need to put the ball farther back in your stance. You can't think that you're magically going to suddenly hit the ball on the ground at the same time if you practice chipping and hitting back here the whole time. So put the ball closer to where you're hitting the ground. Ideally, what you want to work on is making sure that the ball is middle slightly back. My weight is going to be on my left foot and my head is slightly in front of the golf ball. Even on a chip, I'm still trying to hit down on the ball. I take a weak grip, which means that my front hand is going to be turned more toward the target, so that the thumb of my front hand is right on top of the shaft. From here, the club is slightly open, and for a small swing, I'm just going to pull my arms back, and then I'm going to pull through with my hips. Okay? One more time. Arms back, hips through. Okay? Now I can do that with any club in my bag, depending on how far I had to carry the ball. So I like to chip with 4 clubs, a sand wedge, a pitching wedge, an 8-iron, and a 6-iron. The 6-iron is going to fly less and roll a lot more. The sand wedge will fly more and roll less. So I would do the same thing with an 8-iron. I'm not expecting it to come out as high, but it's going to roll more. Okay? Once we get back to probably 4 or 5 yards from the green, now we're down to where we have to fly the ball a little farther. So now I'm down to just a couple clubs, maybe a lob wedge or a sand wedge, maybe even a gap wedge, depending. For me, the swing is no different. It's just a little bit longer backswing and a little bit longer follow through. My setup is the same as a chip. I got a lofted club and through. And now my body's going to pull more through. I'm always trying to get my belt buckle to the target. I don't want to just try to scoop it up with my hands or have my head fall back, because then I'm going to hit the ground. So once again, just to recap, the stance is slightly open, the weight is on the left, my head stays in front, shoulders back, hips through. Okay? If you have any questions or if you need a place to practice, feel free to contact me at bigsticksgolf.com. Thank you.